I vote that that's not true. What do you say?
What are you doing? What are you doing? What? You never light a cigar that way.
Yo, it's the Shadow Smokers Legion, fun, family, and smoke. Rockin' with Phoenix Fresh rhymes, they stronger than no. About to break it off with the illest of crews, led by the man Tony Wang, making his vision come true. Now let me take you on a ride. We got love for cigars, from the east to the west, only the brightest of stars. I screen in the scene, little guy with the shop, shadow gazing around. You know it ain't gonna stop. Cigar mechanic don't panic when he's repping his brand. For Vascarillo and more, smooth as sticks in the land. Hashimoto's around, jumping live in the chats. Asian orange and more, his button's famous in fact. Cigars, pipes, whiskey, coffee, and more. Turbo jetting around, Tim with the dopest of pours. What's that? Huh? One wheel and reviews? Martin in the house, sharing the latest smoke news. Need to pick me up? Get to Southeast US. Bob and Chief from the mix, you know they saying God bless. We got that journey, voyage, private blends for the crew. Celebrating with coins, repping that dope swag too. Now I'm about to sign off, you know it's time for that audit. Light up the group with my post, you know I'll rock it and sock it. But remember y'all, Legion, it lives with a passion. From a man in the shadows, ayo, the SoySauceAssassin. So cut it, light it, love the smoke from your region. After all we connect, it's through the power of Legion.
Yeah,
There we go.
YouTube, it starts with sound.
Oh yeah, well, click. Now we have sound. But we don't have the window, so let's do this.
Yeah, we have to click to turn the sound off.
So it's not always my issue then. It's not always my issue.
No.
All right.
Not
Let's
always your
try
issue.
this. Let's try this.
No, but you're the major shareholder, so
Yeah, right.
both on YouTube.
Why is it so loud?
Plus,
Right.
we were trying to figure out if it was your fault.
I know, right?
Threw us off our game.
All right. Hey guys, Tony the SoySauceAssassin. It's our Saturday live chat. As you can see, the two Irvins are here, so you can expect some craziness in the 2 minutes before I log on, literally. So, you know, before I even start anything, they're already complaining. You know, it's like, what am I gonna do? So let's see. Right now, this I do want to make sure that here we go. So Saturday, I actually debated for a while to see whether or not I even gotta do a show today because I got my Rona shot, right? I got my Rona shot. So and I can tell you the person who administered my Rona shot is probably not a professional. Probably not a professional. Why did I say that? All right. Now, you know where usually when you get a shot in the arm, where did it usually be? Usually right here, right? Somewhere here. That's where
You got it in the ass cheek or what?
No, I got it right here. I got it like right under the bone.
That's where I got mine.
Oh.
But usually it's right here because you wanted to get it right in the center of this muscle tissue, right?
I don't know what's usual for a Rona shot. Cause
well,
nobody's ever
my wife got
one
it here. I got it here. Now, I didn't even get to say it because he was like 1, 2 is already in there. And I didn't feel it because I guess the needle's so thin. I didn't really feel anything. Like, I didn't even feel him pressing down. So, you know, it was done. And I was like, wait, is it done? And like, by the time he finished, it was like, is that a little high? He said, no, you're fine. I'll say, you know?
So he did it right.
No,
So
I'm pretty sure you're supposed to get it right in the center of the muscle tissue because your muscle tissue is supposed to absorb the virus, the vaccine, for it to work. The reaction came from the muscle's reaction to the vaccine. So he's get it right here, which is very dangerous because any deeper you'll get to the there's a space between the muscle tissues. If you get the vaccine in there, your arm will hurt a lot for the next few days because it's fluid in the middle. So
all right, you did it wrong, Tony.
Just telling you. So yeah, I kind of think that it's probably most likely maybe kind of wrong, but it's already in there. What am I gonna do?
You know why that's your fault though? It's because you're too short. If you'd been a little taller, it would have hit the right spot.
I'm
That's not
average height. I'm average height, okay? I ain't average height. Don't give me that
You're
crap.
supposed to do what I did, Tony.
If you would have been a little taller, though, it would have hit the right spot.
I don't
It's
think
only
so.
got one.
I think the guy
one
who
height that
administered
he-
it, for me, wasn't that much taller than me anyway. I mean, so.
Yeah,
Well-
but he's only got one. He's got one height that he gives the shot, and if you'd have been taller, your arm would have been in the right
Well,
position.
exactly my point, right? That the guy is probably not a professional if he can't tell the difference between height.
Right. So
Right.
that's what I did, Tony. When I got my shot, they did it perfect. And how they did that was I reached down between the guy's legs and grabbed onto something, and I said, "We're not going to hurt each other, are we?"
Albert, you
And
didn't
so
have
he
your shot. What are you
massaged.
talking about? You didn't have a shot.
He massaged.
I had
Yeah,
the shot. Oh yeah, I had the shot.
Albert had a shot. I didn't have a shot though.
It's kind of weird because
That
you
was,
have to,
that was, go ahead. I'm sorry.
when you go in there, you have to look at a sign. It says, "Have you been sick the last week or whatever?" And one of them is, "Have you got COVID-19 positive in the last 14 days or something like that?" Dude, if I got COVID-19, what the hell am I doing over there?
Yeah. Well, people don't know.
I try to get there to prevent it, not get it and go, "Hey, can I get a vaccine now?"
Yeah.
It's like don't eat the chiclets in the box, you know.
So the process that I went through is kind of weird because I went over there. You gotta go through the front door, and then they hand you a mask, even though you already have a mask on. They said, "Put this mask under your mask." I was like, okay, well, I don't want to give trouble, but why do I need to wear 2 layers of mask if you're so sure about your mask is gonna work? Why do I put my mask over your mask? Okay, go in there, show them the paperwork and stuff like that, and they're like, "Is this the first time or the second time?" I was like, "Doesn't make my paperwork tell you if it's the first time, second time? Do I look that old? Do I look 60 years old or 70 years old that I already got my shot? This is my second shot." Okay, fine. And then I go over there, and then you gotta clean your hands and go out the escalator. You go all the way out the escalator, then you find a line of 100 people.
Obviously, you look rich, Tony,
Why?
and we know rich people been jumping line, you know, and getting their first shot early.
There are ways
Yeah.
to get your shot slightly earlier that has nothing to do with money.
No,
You-
but we've noticed it. We've noticed it in the States that you know, a lot of the rich people have been able to jump line because they've smeared some congressmen, you know,
You just had to be in the industry.
governors.
You just had to be in the industry, and food industry is one of them. So I can be in the food industry easily.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it was a valid question. Then if you got a first or second shot, even though you look,
But it doesn't matter. I mean, I just handed you my paperwork. Shouldn't you know whether or not it's my first or second?
Besides, you're Asian. You could be 100 years old.
I told you, you know. 1982 BC. Well, anyway, so went up there. There's a huge line. You wait another 20 minutes through the line. Get there. They're moving pretty fast, but there's a lot of people in the line, which kind of why is the point to get an appointment anyway? You got there, get the shot, and there's 2 waiting location. One is 15 minute, one is 30 minute, which I don't understand why there's a 30 minute. So I was told to go to the 15 minute. So I went to the 15 minute, and I sit down there, waited 15 minutes. So I say, once 15 minutes done, I can leave. And then the person told me, well, unless you feel bad, then you can go to the 30 minute. What?
My wife was the 30-minute because she has, you know, adverse reactions to Wespen.
But that doesn't make sense. If I don't feel good, you shouldn't tell me to go wait some more. You should administer me into right away to something.
They want to know if you're really going to die.
Huh?
They want to know if you really are going to die.
So instead of going and waiting 30 minutes there, he decided to come home and then start complaining on YouTube.
No, it doesn't make sense. Imagine if something does happen, I don't feel well, I'm going through a cardiac arrest, you tell me to go away another 15 minutes to see if that's real. That doesn't make sense. So yeah, I went through it, and then I left, and right when I started driving home, I have an hour drive. They assigned me to a Gillette Stadium, which is far from my place. Far. Okay, so I started driving back, and I started to feel drowsy as hell.
Should have
Yes.
gone to the 3 minute.
It's a really weird drowsy. It's like I'm kind of tired, like I could have fallen asleep, and the next few seconds I get so energized, like I just woke up from sleep, like ooh, and then go like tired again, and then go ooh, you know, it's weird. So what happens is like, you know what, I need to kind of kill some time. So I went to get a car wash. And after I wash the car, I drive home.
Might as well just turn off his.
Oh, nice.
Say, okay.
Someone
I
trying to
told
play
you
for
I
the first
hope.
time.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, it so far it does feels like, I mean, obviously immune response, right? Feel tired, feel cold and hot, you know, a little bit soreness at the injection site. Kind of feel like cloudy, not clear-minded. Okay, and somehow I was craving pina colada, so I went to make one. Yeah. So, and I was really hungry. My stomach doesn't feel well, but I was really hungry.
Were you pregnant? Find out
No,
you're pregnant?
that's called craving something sour. That's different.
Huh.
Yeah, but if I'm pregnant, I will be the first one to collect money for you know, research grant, and then, you know, to find out how a man can be pregnant. So
Exactly.
so Michael, how are you doing?
Okay.
What are you smoking today?
This, like, I don't know, what is it, like 6 or 7 year old San Latano, the bull, the ones that we got in embargo that day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was a good
finally
grab.
smoking it.
That was a good grab. That was a pretty good
Yeah.
smoke though.
Oh, that doesn't age on it. That
Yeah,
was a
no.
long time ago when you guys was in embargo.
Yeah, they'd already been sitting for 5 years and we got them at embargo.
Yeah, I mean, they don't sell that anymore, do they?
No.
I think it's discontinued.
Yeah.
Yeah. Think about discontinued. I hate it. You know,
That's your Easter stick.
every time something sells really well, they discontinue it.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter what it is.
Smart.
Like my wife hates it. My wife, like, every time she likes something, she like a cream, she like a makeup, she like a restaurant, they discontinue the things that she like every time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what happened to Coca-Cola back in the 80s, man.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like they changed the recipe, but they changed it back, so technically not discontinued.
But we didn't know that at the time.
Oh, true. But they brought it back in the end. Like the things I'm talking about never got brought back.
Well, we were disappointed at the time, so yeah.
We didn't know they were going to bring it back.
But it wasn't that bad because you guys still have Pepsi.
And I'm not sure they really brought it back because it does never tasted like it used to.
Yeah, I never got high drinking it, so I guess. Still missing a couple
Well.
ingredient.
I wasn't going back that far. Okay.
But now we can like boycott them, so we're good.
They're too big to be boycotted. They pretty much owns majority of the soda brands out there. Energy drink brand, water brand, you know, they Coca-Cola owns a lot of them. So I don't think there's a way to boycott them completely. Right? So yeah, I'm not feeling too well. I don't even know if I should be smoking, but whatever. You know.
Why would having a cigar change anything?
I don't know. I mean, you know, here's the thing. Let's say if you're sick, you have an immune system response. Your body is less prone to get rid of, you know, nicotine and stuff like that. Maybe it get you sicker faster. It's possible. Hence why I have a sugary drink, like really sugary drink, just in case, right?
The big straw too, man.
So I mean, purposely choose the Espinosa Crema just because that's the lightest thing I have right now here. But,
That straw's like 52 ring gauge, isn't it?
so what?
The straw is like a 52 ring gauge, isn't it?
Nah. Well, see, when you drink this kind of stuff, you gotta have straw this big because, you know, there might be some ice, you know, that's not completely crumbled. You know, I did it in like 2 minutes. I had to make sure, you know, just in case.
Yeah. Had to make sure you slurp up that piece of ice through your straw. That's for sure.
So you
Get
can
it
crush
caught
it
in
up.
your throat.
So you can
Get
crush
it
it
caught
up
in your throat.
like it's supposed to be. Crush it up like it's supposed to be. So yeah. What changed since Wednesday? Nothing changed since Wednesday, really. I mean,
You got injected with a virus, so yes, nothing changed.
I got injected with a virus sequence, not virus. Virus sequence.
It's still a virus.
So,
Well, you
nothing
want to
changed.
call it that way.
If nothing's changed, we can adjourn early then, can't we?
I mean, the only thing that changed is Albert finally got a new camera,
Yep.
which is kind of nice, in a way. Can you
Would
tell
you
the
get
difference?
a webcam or a DSLR or what?
He got a webcam, but it's like one of those like Razer brand.
Coyote.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty decent one. It's a pretty good, decent one.
I got my new chair.
Yeah, and you got your new chair. Did you like it? Because I love this one. I love it. It's
Oh
comfortable.
well, I love it. Yep.
Yeah, it's expensive though. It is expensive. You're like $300-400 in for one of these chairs. You know,
More than
easy.
that.
Try about $600.
Well, I said
Yeah.
$300-400 in easy. I said easy.
Yeah.
Right.
He got the fat guy there, so.
Which one? You got the fabric one.
No,
I
fat guy.
got the fabric one. The fabric one Titan XL though. The fat guy one.
So you did get the fabric one.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my problem with that one is that the fabric will actually take the cigar smell in. So that's why I get this one. It's not
Yeah,
gonna
but
take
I
the
don't smoke it. I can't smoke it in the house, so
True.
you know I'm not gonna take this thing out on the balcony. You know?
But you also take any other body odor in there too if you do ever have it.
Why don't you just like roll it and take it with you everywhere because it's so expensive?
You
The reason
install
is
one of those things.
They recommend that if you live somewhere where you sweat a lot, you know, then not to get the leather one, to get the cloth one, because
They don't. They actually
And
tell you not
we
to get
don't-
the leather one if you sweat a lot
yeah, they do.
because this thing doesn't breathe.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't breathe, and it feels nasty.
Yeah, it will feel nasty. So far, this pledge is awesome.
so-
Still can't wait for the short stack Cameroon to arrive at my house. You know, I actually just ordered some Cameroon because I'm kind of like, what the hell? I need to smoke some just to see.
You know who's all over that Cameroon is Albert and Sherry.
Really?
Yeah, don't buy them up, man.
I only got a
Dude.
5-pack. Not a lot. Not a lot. Not a lot.
I got a few bundles of.
Yeah.
Just a few.
Well, you know, whenever I needed something else or something, that thing runs out, right? You know, for example, short stack Connecticut. You know, and then you guys had to go and discontinue it, right?
I know.
Right?
I'm not happy. I'm not happy about that.
Oh yeah, I could have used that as an example. That's a good example. You get to liking something, and you get rid of it.
Yeah.
Take it away from me.
That's why you're making a good argument why we need to complain about everything.
No, but I'm
That's
really
what-
interested to
that's
find out
that's
why
what
they
happens when you get to like an unbanded cigars.
I'm really interested to find out why they discontinue it.
I don't know. We are working to find out why.
Who's we?
Myself and my sales rep and my team of lawyers behind me.
What?
Your team of
Yeah,
lawyers? His team of
I
lawyers, surprisingly, all his team of lawyers all named Michael.
I actually do have 2 lawyers, but that's beside the point.
Like his team of lawyers are Michael. His IT's name is Michael. His salesperson name is Michael. His customer service name is also Michael.
That's right.
So
So-
parole officer is not a lawyer, Michael. Just saying.
I do actually have 2 real lawyers. That is like the legitimate
Well, you
thing.
kind of have to have it, you know.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. This is the real words for everybody who want to start a business. Always,
Don't Google.
always get at least 1 lawyer on hand. Have them on speed dial. Anything you gotta go, just remotely even go ask your lawyer first. Right? If you had to go, that's the lawyer. Talk to the lawyer first. Right? If the lawyer says he doesn't know, then it's probably your accountant. Right? Ask the lawyer first and ask your accountant second. Because, you know, unlike the lawyer, accountant will tell you to do something sketchy. Lawyer wouldn't.
My one lawyer is from your side of the country. His last name is Vingelli.
Vincelli?
Vingelli.
Vincelli?
Yeah, very like New Jersey Italian guy.
You know, Italian lawyers are good, but, you know, I would still
If
prefer...
you talk, you'd be like, hey, you know, come on, I got to get my cut over here, you know?
You know, the lawyer that I use to purchase houses, like real estate, are Italian. And he's very, very, like, easygoing. Like, whatever he says, he's like, yeah, no problem. I got it, you know? It's like, did you get, like, and you know, have this ready? He's like, yeah, Tony, I got it. No problem. It's like...
Just forget about it. I got it. It's okay.
Yeah, it's no problem. I got it. Yeah. You
That'll
know?
be $500.
That's this guy. You ask him about something. It's hey, I just don't worry about it. I got it. I'll give you a call when I'm ready. All right. Cool,
You know,
thanks.
we're signing paperwork and stuff like that, and then like all of a sudden there's a homestead paper too. I don't know if anybody want to know what homestead is, but there's a homestead agreement in the thing. I was like, why is this here? It's like, yeah, Tony, you know, just in case, you never know, just sign it anyway. It doesn't cost you a thing. If filing fee is like $2. I'm like, okay. You know, he's just like very like whatever, yeah. Like if he wasn't looking so serious, and he's a big guy, you know, beard and everything, big guy, dressed in big suit. If he wasn't looking like that, I would be like, this guy's high, I'm telling you. But yeah, very Italian guy.
Or sorry, Juan knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, forget about it. Or is that
Forget
Joe?
about it,
I don't know.
yeah.
I can't see. Oh, it's Joe.
Yeah.
He knows.
Forget
about it. Eh?
Yeah, so like
How
it's
many-
very, very like a friendly guy in a way. I mean, I know he's trying to be friendly and stuff like that, but it's like, come on, you're a lawyer. Be more like a professional. I don't know how to like, you know, address yourself a different way, right? Differently. You know, he's just like, yeah, no problem, Tony, I got it. I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
How many lawyers does it take to change a light bulb?
How many lawyers does it take to change a light bulb?
Yeah. How many can you afford?
Yeah, they will take as many as you can. Yeah.
As many as you can afford.
What's the answer?
What?
That's the answer. As many as you can afford.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he's like one of those guys. He's like, yeah, Tony. Yeah, on the phone, he's like, yo, Tony. I got you and everything. I gotta tell you to start at this point. I'm gonna start telling you. Okay. You know, it's just, even though you say it in a way like he doesn't say it like all the other lawyer. My Jewish lawyer totally completely different. He talk like if you know those lawyer writings, you know, including but not limited to, shows up a lot, you know, in the conversations. So yeah, when you talk to a Jewish lawyer, you'll hear a lot of including but not limited to, right? And then when you talk to Italian lawyers, like no problem, I got you. And I even when there was a few times he's like, yeah, I don't think so, man. I was like, no, I don't think so, man. Okay, I got it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, choose your lawyer wisely.
Mm-hmm.
But of all my lawyers, I gotta tell you guys, there's one thing: is the lawyer that I hate the most are Chinese lawyers.
Why?
They're not on time. Like when I call them, they always put me into a voicemail. I hate voicemail. I hate voicemail.
Good. I know what to do if you ever call me.
You know.
Voice.
Like when I get
Voicemail.
voicemail, I usually don't call back anymore. Like the end, that's it. You know, you're fired.
Oh, now you definitely know what to do.
We know how to get Tony to not call us ever again. Voicemail.
Do you want me to not call ever again?
I don't know, but I'm saying now we know the secret.
Yeah, I
If
did
he
this
ever
person
does.
when they don't call back too. So
There used to be a thing like in like on the phone system, you can send someone a voicemail without having to call them first. So you'll be sitting at your desk and like this, or they would. No one ever did it to me, but you know you don't want to talk to this person, so you do a voicemail and then you forward the voicemail to their mailbox. So all of a sudden a little light pops up, but they never got a phone call. So that's like yeah, it's a little hidden.
It's the same thing with WhatsApp. Don't ever answer a WhatsApp if you don't want a telephone call right after.
I don't know. Like for me, I feel like it's kind of rude to not pick up somebody's phone call. So I always try to pick up somebody's phone call. Only exception is if I'm on the phone call with somebody already. Because that is my business phone. That is my phone, right? Like Michael, do you miss your phone calls? Like when customer calls? Yeah. Do you send them to a voicemail?
Yes, automatically. I'm like, we're sorry we can't take your call. We're swamped. We're so behind. No, I try to answer everything.
Yeah. It's like these Chinese lawyers, they just like, I'm that busy. No, you're not that busy. I know you're not that busy because you just freaking send me an email. Tell me to call you.
Do you have a way of just putting voicemail on certain callers, Michael?
You can just block out how. You can just block the number. It automatically goes to a voicemail. And then once you block them in your voicemail number too, then yeah, they get blocked completely.
Right. I want to talk to this person. Voicemail.
But here's the thing though. Let's be really honest here. I rarely ever calls Michael. I just bother him with messages.
Yeah.
And if you ever talk to me before, my message comes like a machine gun. I don't put complete sentences.
No, it's like just like 20 messages later, you're like, okay, I'm gonna read all this now.
Yeah. Like I don't put complete sentence in one thing. I just put like, hey, next, how you doing? Next, what you doing? Next, this is what I think. Next, just like one sentence at a time. So like if you don't pick it up soon, you'll hear ding 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 until your phone's running out of battery.
Yes.
Yeah. That's me. I'm not trying to hide. That's just me, right? That's just me. That's how it is. I don't even have Tony's number, me neither. Yeah, I mean,
it's exclusive.
No, my problem is that you guys don't want my number because if you have my number, I have your number. If I have your number.
Yeah, but you have our number. You have our number in a spreadsheet.
I don't have your phone number.
Okay.
No, but you have his number, okay?
Yeah, but I don't have the people's phone number. Like, what's the point to give me the phone number? Because like, you give me a phone number, I'm too bored at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna call you and say, hey, Albert, time to get up and take a piss.
Do it.
Yeah, I do that kind of stuff. I do that kind of stuff. It's like, hey, just to prank someone. That whatever I'm thinking about, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll be like, maybe I'll call them and tell them to take a piss, see if they get pissed off. So I kind of do that kind of stuff here and there.
Well, then, if they do get pissed off, then they're kind of doing what you told them to do. So, self-fulfilling.
Better to be pissed off than pissed on.
It is.
It's true. It's true. I give you that.
Well, it depends.
No, that depends. Yeah.
So did I tell you guys about the Suez Tunnel yet? Like how the Egyptians wants $1 billion for their damage.
Did we do it yet?
We did.
Damn it.
Or does it depend?
Yeah, you turned off. We did it, and you turned off your dead camera when we did. So
it's answering messages. Very, very, very not important.
Sure.
But Michael, it kind of depends, but in a way, it doesn't depend. If you know what I'm saying.
Right.
Oh, what?
Right. Right.
So, the Egyptian president basically says that based on the calculation of millions of dollars that comes in per day, I assume that we do have a damage of $1 billion of damage for that 1 week of ever given park and block the tunnel, and it is the right of the country to demand $1 billion for that little mishap. You know what's really funny? The boat is owned by Japanese, is catered by Taiwanese, and the ship operator is Egyptian.
Oh my lord!
And gets stuck in Egyptian tunnel. That's
They're
great.
They're in cahoots with each other.
It was a setup.
Yeah, I start to think that way because they are not even willing to provide the black box of the ship.
Because the Egyptian government probably went to the operator and said, "Look, man, halfway through, just hard left. Boom."
But it doesn't make sense because they're saying that they lost of revenue, but they technically didn't because it's all backup, right? The ship is stuck there, so eventually once it moves, they get the money again, right? It's the same amount
Well,
of money.
they believe that some ships went around that would have
It
gone
was a
through.
very small amount of ship. It's not $1 billion worth of ship.
Well, that's debatable.
Oh, that's calculatable. It's not debatable. All you have to do is take 30-day range of income, and then calculate this current 30-day range of income. You know how much you lost. So it's not $1 billion. $1 billion, you keep the ship. Okay, keep that damn ship, and everything on it is probably not cost $1 billion. Just keep the whole thing.
Who's setting this? Dr. Evil or what?
What do you mean?
Well, that's kind of what lost.
They're sitting there thinking about it. $1 billion. You're like, what the hell?
That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah, $1 billion.
$1 billion. Well, that's better than the guy that is owing his margin call. He owes $10 billion of margin calls to his investment, using his leverage. So yeah, $10 billion for one guy.
Yeah.
And that's actually increased by the day. Every day is more because he's not paying his margin call. So
yeah,
$1 billion is nothing. Like, how do you owe $10 billion? Like, how do you owe $10 billion on a margin call? Now, this is gonna get too complicated, so we're not gonna go into it. But invest wisely, people.
Really stupid.
Just be smart. Don't invest with the money you don't have. Don't invest in derivatives there, and don't invest with leverage.
Well, maybe the Egyptian government is having to do their margin calls, and that's why they're wanting $1 billion. Maybe there's a connection here.
Here, let me explain what margin call is.
When you say
Margin
$1 billion.
Margin call, like, now people might not understand what margin is. Okay, when you have a margin, that's your bank account holding some money for you. When you get a margin call, it means that you don't have money in your bank account, that you had to fill it to a specific agreeable amount.
I use margin all the time, brother. Let me tell you.
So,
Margarine?
I spend money I don't have.
okay, and that's the problem with the American investments, is that we always over leverage what we have. Average Americans have over $20,000 debt per person. Average American per person. That's a lot of money to owe. Because if you, I mean, can you imagine the feeling every time you look at your bank account? When you receive your credit card statement, on the bottom it says how long it will take you to pay off if you pay the minimum. It's like, it will take you 30 years to pay this off if you only pay your minimum. Right? Just like a mortgage. It's like, wait, I just owe $1,000. It takes me 30 years to pay it off.
Yep.
That's crazy. I mean, the bank will love you because, all the investment of $1,000 get them 30 years of pay. That's great. But yeah, invest wisely, use your money wisely. I mean, obviously credit card has its benefits, right?
Yeah.
Average American has 3 credit cards.
I've got 2.
Well, average American. Well, 3 cards. So one of them will be debit card, usually. Okay.
And that would be
I've got a debit card. I don't have any credit cards.
Yeah, but you're not American anymore.
I mean, that's the thing, though. When I say average Americans, only because this phenomenon happens a lot in America. All the other countries like to use currency. They don't like to use credit. There's no credit system per se the way that we access here. We have a credit rating based on how much money you spend, not necessarily how much money you make, how much money you spend, right? And all the other countries, if you got 2 people that's willing to pay your debt when you disappear, then yeah, you can get a credit card. And nobody's willing to do that. So a lot of people don't have credit card. You know.
Over here, most people are allowed to overdraw their bank account substantially without having to have a credit card. So
Yeah, but
that's why a lot of people don't have one.
technically, in terms of credit card, right? I mean, overdrawing your bank account, that's actually technically illegal, because you that mean you owe them money. So.
Except it's not illegal over here.
Oh really?
Over here, you have what they call a disposition credit. Yeah,
Because in America, if you overdraw,
they basically loan you up to a certain amount of overdraft.
what is that certain amount? Is it a flat amount, or is that per person differently?
No, it's a disposition credit, and the bank decides how much that they are willing to allow you to overdraw your bank account.
Oh, I mean that's technically nice. Technically,
they can do that. They can do that over here because people have to register where they live, and if you move, you have to unregister where you live and register in the new place. So the bank
doesn't that happen the same thing in the U.S.? You do have to tell your bank account where you live.
Yeah, but they don't. Everybody doesn't. But everybody doesn't necessarily tell the bank account.
You can't have a bank account without an address.
Yeah, but you can move in the States and not tell your bank that you moved to a new address.
They'll know.
They can still find you though, because your driver's license has an address on it.
Yeah, they'll know. They'll find you.
Yeah, theoretically, yeah, but banks in the States don't like to let people like overdraft, you know.
James, when you were a kid back in like the early 1800s, yeah, you could just move away from your debt and it wouldn't matter.
Early 1800s.
That is such a thing. In the U.S., that is almost necessary. I mean, in any country, other countries, like this, like my mother has no debt. She doesn't have any card. She doesn't even have a bank card. Right? She got one of those bank booklet. She goes into the bank and then they stamp the booklet. She still uses those.
That's what makes no sense to me in a way, is they're assessing how good of a risk you are to take. And like my credit rating and all that stuff makes zero sense because I don't make a whole lot of money. You know what I mean? It makes me laugh.
Well, so long as you use your credit card, even if you use $10 at a time and pay it off every month, you will get a perfect credit score eventually.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you're a good risk and all that, but it makes me laugh. To say I wanted to go to a car lot, go buy a new car.
Mm-hmm.
With my credit, I can get almost anything that I want, and it makes zero sense to me because I don't make the money that would make sense for them to do that.
But you gotta get this, okay? They actually like it when you default because it goes straight to the default rate. So
yeah.
That means the bank will make even more money. Because if you don't pay for your car, they tow your car back. They tow your car back and resell it again. They'll profit twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
That's why I don't have any credit anymore. Because I don't want to have to worry about default.
Don't work fun.
I don't have to worry about paying every month. I can overdraw my bank account 100 euros. That's it.
My wife has a higher rating than me. My wife has like almost full credit score than me. And I was like, how did that work? She spends my money. How does she have a higher credit than me when she spends my money?
There's apparently way more things financed in your name than hers.
Well, she's proving that she knows how to spend other people's money. Okay.
Yeah, they also go with the name that's on the card, because when you have a sub card, they put the credit on that name instead of me.
Okay.
Like it's like he's using my account.
Yeah.
Right? Which was really funny because my wife's got a letter that says, it was from American Express. They're like, hey honey, did you know that if you're late on the payment on the American Express, they put you to a 36% prime rate? And I was like, good babe, so what's the point? She's like, just make sure you're not late. I was like, we have zero balance on the American Express. She's like, oh yeah, it doesn't say on the letter. I was like, good, stop spending that and we'll keep it that way.
All right. Goose egg that bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
I like when I have a couple days that it shows a zero balance. It makes me feel so good.
No, the thing is, it's funny that they sent me that letter, like, you know, because it's like almost like, hey, please be late. How? Because
they want it.
here's the thing: if I know I have a zero balance, I don't read the letters. I just toss them.
Yeah.
So like they can say, oh, we told you the primary is gonna be 36%.
We did inform you.
Yeah, right. It's one of those things we did tell you. Once upon a time, because that's the thing, they don't even have to prove that that letter actually got to you because it's like a, you know, stamp mail, right? They don't have to prove that letter ever got to you, but we told you. We made the effort to tell you. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I have a question. Albert, why are you dressed up so nicely?
Oh, I just got a shirt on, man. No big deal.
I just got a shirt on, man. No big deal. Usually I'm butt naked, but today I got a shirt.
You wearing a nightgown or what?
No, I ain't nightgown, man.
Been watching Little House on the Prairie again?
These are
Middle fingers.
little
trees.
palm
Trees. Palm trees.
Oh,
They
I
look
thought
like
it was
middle
gonna be
fingers.
yeah, I was gonna say it's a bunch of little hands and middle fingers.
No, he's not Brandon.
That's the other part.
Chapin. He's not Chapin.
So, funny news. I don't know if you guys know that there was a shoe someone tried to release and called the Satan shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know, like, it was a huge controversy because he bought all those shoes from Nike and tried to modify it and put like 99% ink in one drip of blood, human blood. Okay, huge controversial. And then Nike's like, hey, copyright issue. You cannot do whatever, you know, our logo on it or whatever appears that represents Nike, blah, 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 right? So they sued him.
Yeah.
Guess what happened today?
Nothing.
Well, USPS says, well, you know, what a hypocrite, Nike. If you say you got to protect your copyright issue, why do you guys release a shoe and where the back looks like USPS postal? So like USPS is like, we work hard to keep our IP. You know, we are gonna going to protect our IP, because Nike at one time released a shoe where the back looks like those like US postal thing, and they actually posted a picture on it. I was like, what? That's great. You know.
They need the money, so they'll sue Nike.
Yeah, I mean, you can't
$1
really.
billion.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that even held in court. Right? You bought something from someone already, you change it up and sell it as something else, and the person has a say in it. That's actually kind of weird, because imagine this, okay? Imagine this. If I bought a piece of paper, all right? A piece of paper. All right? Let's say I bought a piece of paper that has a logo on it because it's a name brand piece of paper. Right? Are they gonna be able to sue me if I decide to write something else on it?
No.
Right? Because I bought it, I owned it, and I can do whatever I want with it.
I think it depends, man. I think it depends on what you're doing with it.
Yeah, if you're trying to remarket it as your own, then yeah. But otherwise, no.
No, like think of this, okay? I bought a piece of paper, name brand, okay? Let's say Shadow Smokers Legion paper. Has a little corner, has a logo of Shadow Smokers Legion on it, okay? Because it's our paper. We sold it as our paper, right? Somebody decided to use that paper, put it on the wall, and draw a nice, gigantic black penis on it. It's art. Now he's gonna sell it as an art. Do we have a say in whether or not he can sell that art because using our logo on it? So our paper.
No, because he already bought the paper. He can do whatever he wants.
Exactly. That guy bought the shoes. He already bought the shoes. He modified and then changed whatever the look of the shoes. Injected all the ink in there. He changed it. You see how weird that is, the concept? He bought it,
right?
And now Nike say we have a say where our swoosh is gotta be on. If it's on that shoes, even though we produced it.
There's still a defamation question there. You know, whether the courts agree with it or not. Whether the courts agree with it or not is a different story, because that's, you know.
He never advertised it as if this is a shoes cooperation with Nike. He bought those shoes and make it into the shoes that he wants.
I understand that. What I'm saying is that, whether they'll win their case or not is another
Well,
story.
the court
but
already
they
stopped
do have a
selling.
right.
The
They
court
do have a
sustained it.
right to. Yeah.
I was watching a guy. He goes around and he goes around and he does these shops where they're like retro shops and stuff. You know what I mean? Like where they buy all these jerseys and from back in the day. What are they called?
Vintage.
Vintage, yeah.
Retro.
He's a vintage dealer, right? And he got some shoes, and he had a guy working for him that would take shoes and he would customize the Nike shoes or whatever kind of shoes. And they made some Mario Brothers shoes. And they had a little mushroom on it, Mario. I mean, it was cool. It was really cool. It took a white pair of shoes, like all white, and just customized it. So, damn, they not only took care of Nike, they also brought Mario Brothers into the mix.
Right.
And
Nintendo will, if you try to resell those, Nintendo will come and get your ass for that.
Nintendo, no, well, see, that's the thing, the customization.
Yeah, you already did it.
No, let's say if it was in an era like now, okay, if it's an era like now where they take and they're trying to brand it, even if they're trying to show us as an original product, if they brand it with a Nintendo copyrighted logo, Nintendo is notoriously known for taking that shit down or trying to.
They will take it if you draw the word Nintendo on it.
No, this is just the colors.
Yeah,
and
the color, they won't do anything on it. But if they actually draw a Super Mario on that thing will go offline quick. Then you can say, wow.
Yeah, I do think they used to. You know, they got the background, the checkerboard background on the, on the back. He put that on there. But here's my thought, right? He's making art. He's selling it. He's selling art. So what the hell?
Yeah,
I think the art angle, I think, is a cleaner way to go with that, where they can't do crap about it being art.
But that's what I'm saying, right? If the guy decides to buy a piece of paper, draw whatever you want, even if it's against my belief, like you should not do that. Like I don't believe that you should ever draw a gigantic black penis on it. I can't stop him from doing that. So it's my product. He customized it.
I think art's the way to go. Art's the way to go.
And I really think that, hey, if you're ever watching this show right now, use that argument in court. Either people will hate you, laugh about it, or, whatever. You might win the case if you use that, just so you know.
But if you use it, then we get royalties, like whatever.
Right? If you use this in court and we hear about it.
Yeah, we get royalties.
We get royalties.
Tony said I could do it.
No, here.
Yeah,
if you used it, if you used it, you went in court, I deserve one pair of that shoes, just so you know. You got 666. I can take one pair. Good. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, Martin, what's up, man?
That's the next thing. That's the next thing is Shadow Smoker Legion shoes.
Yes.
You gotta be Puma though.
Oh my God! Stop it.
I cannot wear Puma. I'm being honest to God. I cannot wear Puma.
Okay. They gotta be Adidas Classics.
Oh my God, Martin! You want some shell toes and Pumas? You're really getting in your culture today, dude. Really getting in your culture.
We gotta get some Tech Tods, man.
All right, here it goes. Ready, Martin? I cannot wear Pumas because they're too narrow for my foot. My foot is very wide.
Yeah,
And they're ugly as fuck.
Okay. Has do Adidas Classic Adidas.
I can't wear Adidas either. The toe is too short.
Oh, whatever.
Everybody has to know
They make
Adidas is
white
better
toes.
than Puma. So
I'm not saying that they're ugly. I love Adidas shoes. Adidas Superstars are great. All Stars are great.
We can do the Tech Todd ones, man.
But I just
I'm wearing
can't wear
Adidas
them.
right now.
I just can't wear them. I have them. I
So
have
Chuck,
I
we
have
need
a
some- we need
Porsche
some
design
Chuck.
Adidas shoes as well. I just can't wear them.
Yeah, I'm wearing Adidas too, so. Hopefully
Well, that's the problem, man. And plus, you got small shoes, man. What about we need big shoes?
Right? That's why we gotta go with Nike now. I can tell you guys for sure, Nike shoes are not comfortable.
They're not. No.
All right. I just want to put it out there. I might get sued for that, but honest to God, all the Nike shoes I wear, they look great, but they are not comfortable.
Because you're buying Jordans and shit.
I have non-Jordans. Come on, I have plenty of shoes that's not
I'm
Jordans.
just kidding.
We're trying to do it. We need to do SAS, San Antonio Shoe Company.
And by the way, I do have a pair of Super Mario shoes.
Really?
Yeah. Would you like to see it? I can go grab it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Right back.
absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, I'll say this
I
about
actually,
Nike. I've tried a bunch of Nike shoes on, and they look good, but they really aren't comfortable, and I just put them right back and go right back to my Adidas.
You're not
Like,
supposed
in
to wear
the
them,
store.
Martine. You're supposed to buy
the
them and
store.
put them in your closet and.
Yeah, those kids with like 50 pairs of freaking Jordans, and they're like, dude, I got these blah blah blahs.
Let me tell you,
I
these kids walk around like they've got no knees.
used to buy a bunch of shoes.
In the hallway?
I got Pumas, Adidas, K-Swiss, a bunch of those classics, and then I got like one pair of Nikes. But it's not comfortable, so I don't wear them.
All right, blue collar sticks got it, man. Crocs.
I actually live like less than 20 miles from
Crocs.
Adidas and Puma both.
Crocs should be sold to nobody, but only for parents that have small children, because it's the only thing they look good on is they look cute on kids.
Oh, dude, you're not.
That's it.
Crocs are all over the place right now, man.
I know they are. I hate them. Hate them.
Yep.
But yeah, the kids in the hallway, man, they'll be late for class because they're walking like they have no knees, or they're stick. They stick off. And I ask them, like, is there something wrong? You okay? You know, is your I don't know. They don't say it at first, but I go, you try not to crease your shoes? They're like, yeah. I'm like, well, somebody needs to videotape you walking because you're going to look like an idiot in a couple of years.
Fucking step on them just for shits and
I
giggles.
see the box, I see the shoes.
Is that Mario or Wario?
No, come on. Really?
They put a plain old white shoe in a box with an M on it and said these are Super Mario shoes.
Who makes those?
Oh, they
good
got a
question.
Mario on the bottom. Okay.
Nintendo makes them.
No,
That's
like
Oh,
who
man.
makes them for not Nintendo?
All right. We got to look it up.
I think somebody took a Nike
Mario's in
shoe
there.
and put a Nintendo on the box
Hey,
and
but
sell
who
them.
makes them for Nintendo?
Good question. I don't remember per se, but I'm find out. Hold on.
Martine, were you going to say who makes them for Mario?
Yeah.
By the way, the other shoe has Yoshi in it.
Shut up. Mike.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
Let's see. Did they say who actually
Are,
makes
are
this?
those the shoes you wear when you're racing Mario Kart?
Yeah, absolutely. Go kart. Great shoes.
You have to. It's, it's channeling it that way.
He
Actually,
doesn't
didn't say
wear
who
them
makes
because
it.
it would.
Honestly, didn't say who makes it. So I just bought them
He
from,
does-
back in the day. This was a long time ago. This
These
is
are
very
the
long.
Mario
I do.
shoes.
Did you get them in Japan?
Dude, those are like kids' shoes, man. I can't fit into that.
They're Mario shoes.
Yeah, but I can't fit into those either. So, I mean, that's not
They
cool.
would lose their
Hey,
value if you wore them.
Don't lie, Michael.
Hey, I wear a 9 or a 9.5 depending on what brand it is.
Is that kids?
9
No.
and a half kid size, yeah.
No.
Wait.
No.
Did you say 9?
Yeah.
I'm only 8.5. How did I
Yeah,
get
see,
taller than you, but my foot is smaller than yours?
Yeah, I wear a 9 or 9.5 depending on what. If it's a Adidas, it's a 9.5. If it's a Nike, it's a 9.
Yeah,
no,
I actually
wear-
don't know who makes that shoes. I wore them like twice, and I decided to keep it as a collection. I just didn't wear it.
Hey, if I saw some really cool like Mario Brothers shoes or something, I'd probably get them.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't.
I bought it just because it was like a limited release. So I was like, oh, why not? You know? I thought it was funny, so I bought it.
Martine, I'll find you some Mario Edition fucking shell toes. You'll buy them.
Okay.
They probably do make those. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, in Japan, if you go to right now, they have a Mario theme park in Japan right now. Was it Universal Studio? I think that's in there, or Disney. I think Universal
Oh.
Studio.
Okay, I know what we need to do. I know the type of shoe we need to use. It's the same type of shoe that kidnappers like.
Kidnappers like.
Yeah, Vans.
Literally another pair of shoes that is totally uncomfortable. Vans.
Hey, I like slip-ons.
Now, let me tell you this, okay? If I ever to make a Shadow Smokers Legion shoes, it would be a nice pair of loafers.
Ah, never mind. I'm out then.
Somebody had the idea of Crocs, man.
No Crocs.
No Crocs.
What are you drinking, Martine?
Let Crocs be Crocs, okay? Let Crocs be Crocs. No Crocs.
Yeah,
I like
let 'em be.
loafers because it's easy to wear, easy to clean, easy to, it fits right in, slip on, done. And it looks nice, classy. So.
Let the Crocs be ugly.
But Crocs is ugly for a reason because it's comfortable. Crocs are very comfortable.
Hold
I
on.
never wear them.
They're
Oh,
waterproof. They're comfortable. You know what's really funny is that my wife's favorite pair of slipper came from Crocs, and when I bought it, she absolutely hates it. She's like, that thing's so ugly, I never gotta wear it. And after a while, she wears all the time. She just
My
literally
wife wears
wears my
Crocs
shoes all
over
the
here
time.
to work in the garden. Those are garden shoes.
Okay, Martine, I'm sorry we cut you off. What are you drinking?
So I got this little bitty, one of those bottles that they sell at like airports or whatever, just a little
Shot?
sipper ones. Yeah, the little shots. So I got Crown Royal Black because somebody told me it was good. It's actually pretty good.
Crown Royal. Oh yeah, okay. So I feel like all the Canadian whiskeys, you know, bourbons, they kind of have like a,
It's very sweet.
yeah, like a sweet taste to it. Like
It's
almost,
good.
I almost feel like they all add vanilla in there.
I don't taste any vanilla.
That's
they're
true.
always sweet.
A lot of them, they got like a little like twinge of like vanilla in the background. Yeah.
And they always
good
end with
bourbon-
this really weird alcohol taste.
A good bourbon should have a little bit of a vanilla taste in the background.
That's actually part from the when they char the barrels and the distilling process of vanillin is a naturally occurring thing that comes out.
Yeah,
Yep.
but Canadian whiskey tend to have that flavor. It has a little bit of vanilla at the end, and it has that weird alcohol. I can only describe it as alcohol taste. It's not a bite. It just has that alcohol taste to it. But
I
like,
haven't noticed.
you can really tell that in a Canadian whiskey.
But I mean, then again, I review cigars, not whiskey. So I can't taste the alcohol.
Yeah,
I just- it's like a sweet,
you like too many alcohols.
like a sweet maple sweetness.
I have to
That's
say,
'cause
you
it's
know,
Canadian.
Martin upgraded. You know, he went from like mason jar to like a cup that has nothing on it, and now he finally is using, you know, Shadow Smoke's Legion cup to drink it. You know, that only took a couple of years. You know, not a big deal, but you know, only took him 2 years.
That's good. It's a good progression.
You need to use the gold one though. Yeah.
Well, I don't have a gold one.
Yeah.
I do.
Well, I do.
I know.
Show off.
I'll put some coconut water in my gold glass.
Yeah.
I actually don't have any more gold ones, so can't even give them out if I wanted to.
Exclusive.
Yeah, I did not make any more, so that's it. But I
Well-
got plenty of clear ones if anybody wants them.
Yeah.
All
I
that
feel
stuff,
totally
all that
privileged.
stuff merch is exclusive. So
You know, I figure I send the gold one to James first, so he doesn't have to complain about not receiving the clear one yet.
Yeah.
You know, I realized that when he received that one, he didn't complain like, "Hey, Tony, I didn't get my clear ones yet." You know,
I know that they're sitting in a box waiting. You
they
know,
are
for-
sitting in the box waiting. Yeah,
You know what else is in a box on its way to Germany? Stuff.
stuff.
My pledges. Yeah.
But
Yeah, well,
honestly,
that's
did you guys like this cup? Did you guys like it?
oh hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
feel classy to use it. Yeah, good.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I just want to make sure, you know, because like I, you know, that's the shape that at first I thought about it, but it was expensive to make. I didn't want to do that, but you guys, you know, that was good. So okay, fine now. Why not?
Yeah, the rocks glass is really cool too.
I sent a rock glass to my brother, and he uses it, but I didn't send that one to my brother because I feel like he's just gonna drop it and break it.
Man, where's Hashimoto? I got to give him a hard time.
No, Hashimoto said he actually messaged me. He said he's with the family, so
Damn.
whenever you're in the family, you're excused. That's the case. So
It's gonna give him a hard time. It's
yeah,
gonna
you
be
can't
awesome.
give him a hard time when he's with family, yo.
I've got 3
Well,
rock
you hear,
glasses. now.
He'll be here next week, so
Oh yeah, he's going to Texas, right? You driving up?
yeah, buddy.
You guys are going to like a really far.
We're going to Denton, which is far from me and Albert, but it's like in the city that he's staying in.
Okay. How long is this drive?
From me, it's probably about a good 35, 40 minutes.
That's not far. That's like driving across my city.
Well, I know,
Yeah.
but
Or 1 hour to drive across
for
the city.
Albert, it's like, how long is it, Albert?
It's not here.
He's not sitting in his chair.
You know what's really funny is that his camera tried to focus, so it looks like big,
Yeah,
small, big,
I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
That's his heart beating.
It's at least an hour from him.
I actually talked to my wife about this. I was like, you know what? Being in the South is kind of nice right now. You know, people are more friendlier than people in up north. I'm not trying to talk bad about people up north. I feel like people in the city, like New York, Boston, and stuff like that, we're always too busy.
Well, it's even when you come out here, like if you come from the Midwest, okay, and you come out here, people will notice that people do move faster and all kinds of stuff like that. But when you get people that are from like the East Coast, like where you are, and they come out here, it's an extremely big cultural difference as like their attitude. A lot of times it seems like they're extremely rude.
Yeah,
and everything's like super hurry.
Yeah, everything's on hurry. They don't have time to even say hi. Right? Even they say hi, they try to leave really quickly. They're not as friendly. The life that it's almost like they don't have that 5 minutes to talk to you. And I feel like, you know, people in the South are less like that. Everybody's chill. They're okay. You know, if they had to be late to work, they had to be late to work, kind of thing. You know. So I told my wife, you know, I was like, babe, you know that, you know, if we moved to somewhere in the South, you know, where weather is nice, not as far as like Florida, but like maybe Carolina or something like that, it would be nice. You know, people are friendlier and people are, you know, and we can buy a freaking mansion over there with like, you know, 10, 15 acres of land for what we have in this tiny ass house.
Yep.
And she's like, you know, I don't want to live where, you know, it takes 2 hours to drive to the mall. That's like, you do know they have cities there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Albert. I think Albert. Oh no, James.
Yeah, no, it's because people in New York, they don't care. You know, nothing bothers them in New York. A manhole cover could explode out of the ground in New York, and the typical New Yorker would go like, heads.
No, but like, it's not that they don't care though. It's just that even New Yorkers, they're so busy every day. Like, why are you rushing? Like, where are you going? Where are you going? Right? You can drive like the difference between 55 miles an hour and 90 miles an hour is get there 2 minutes faster. There's not much different, right? So, like, what's the hurry? I really like to have a relaxing lifestyle, you know, where I just go, hey, it's 3 o'clock, let's go have a cigar, you know. But right now, where I live, 3 o'clock, outside is like 10 degrees. Now stay in.
Oh my lord, dude, it was like 94 today.
Right, and my wife just have that issue because when we go to Florida, usually May they have those bugs. They have those like kiss bugs, like
kissing bugs. Yeah,
they're everywhere, and she hates bugs, right? And then like obviously when I say, you know, Arizona doesn't sound too bad. You know, if I live in Arizona, the coldest time is like our warmest time, you know, and you know, if you don't like the hot, stay in AC, turn it on all day. You don't have to have grass ever. No grass. But then she showed me 15 different pictures of scorpions, snakes, and all kinds of bugs.
That's something that people really don't realize. We have those here. If you're living, because most of the time you're going to end up living in a city, you know what I mean? You will never see them.
Well, once you see them, you're in big trouble. Imagine you find a scorpion in the house. That's actually not fun.
It's not a big deal.
Until you get stung.
It's not going to kill you. It's not a big deal.
You can lose a limb for it.
No, you can't.
Scorpion?
No, it's extremely rare that you would have anything adverse happen to you other than you feel really nauseous. And it'll hurt a little bit.
Well, I'm not talking about...
I've been stung like 3 times.
I'm not talking about a scorpion about this size.
No,
I'm
the
talking
smaller
about a scorpion about this size.
No, the smaller ones are more potent than the big ones. This isn't Africa.
Oh, I
Here,
know.
the small ones are a lot more potent. And no, I've been stung by the little bitty clear ones. It just makes you feel kind of nauseous, and it hurts for like a day or two, and that's it. I've been stung like 3 times.
I know, man. As I watched a movie once where they were arm wrestling, and they had scorpions on either side. And I'm like, that's how it quit for me, man. I'm like, do that.
So yeah, she hates those bugs. And then obviously, like she's like, I don't really want to, you know, go to a place where it takes 30 minutes to go to a mall or something like that. Now I think about it, it's like, yeah, well, that's true. I mean, every time when we go to Phoenix, it's like, let's go to some place. It's like, how long would that get? About 30 minutes. So yeah,
Yeah, everything's 20, 30.
Yeah, it will take 30 minutes, but you got a car for a reason, right? Now, let's be very, very honest, okay? Very, very clear, okay? From my house to the mall is 16 minutes. That's not that much better.
That's literally almost the same thing.
Like, yeah, you can walk to the mall from my house, but still not that much better. Yeah, but she just doesn't want. I was like, you know what? Maybe in the future, you know, when you don't really care about city life. She's like, that's never gonna happen. I was like, oh shit. And you know, here's the thing: you never know. In this current time, right? It seems like the mall is gonna disappear very quickly, right? Because everything is cheaper online, right? You can get things online at your liking within 2 to 3 days, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to go to the mall, and you can guarantee to return it, and whatever you receive in the mail, somebody haven't tried it yet because it's in the bag, it's in the package, right? Whatever that's in the mall, somebody tried it, right? So, you know, she's like, oh, I just wanted to go to the mall once in a while. I was like, you can go to the mall once in a while, drive 30 minutes. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
We've got some big malls here in Texas.
I think she's like one of those brand hog that she expects certain brands to do in the mall. I didn't go, like, here, when I go hang out with you guys, I don't go to malls. So I don't know what they have in the mall, right? Michael, we didn't go near to a mall. What mall? Right? We go to everywhere that has cigar shops.
The shops that are in Scottsdale, she would like. In North Scottsdale, oh yeah, she'd love that shit because that's the high end stuff that'd be similar to like New York and places like that.
But Michael, when we were at Scottsdale, I didn't see anything particular like a name brand anything.
Well, it's because it's the way it's sectioned off. Like, because we went to that one shop that he was doing that event, that really risky place. Okay, the Ferrari dealership is like right down the street and all that kind of stuff. You go a little further up, and it's that whole shop area.
Yeah, but like I didn't see anything. Like, okay, Ferrari dealer is about a mile away from my house. So is Maserati and Lamborghini. And they're
Well, no, I'm just saying we do have that stuff here.
All right, Albert, what's up?
This sounds very much like the premise of Green Acres, the TV show Green Acres. Like, you're wanting to go to the country, but the wife wants to stay in the city.
But my argument is that every state has a city.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, okay.
Not like New York. Not like New York.
Minus Detroit. Everywhere has a city. Has a city that has a mall strip.
Not like New York. No.
Tell me that's what you do. You go to Detroit, buy a whole block, and make your own mall.
Yeah, you really could.
Yeah, no one's gonna bring anything over there. But hey, Albert, New York don't have malls. They have boutiques.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I know. I know. But that's what's different. The other cities are not like that.
I actually like malls. I know, but like the mall here is not the same as the mall in Asia. The mall in Asia, everything is in one open space, almost like going to Bloomingdale kind of thing. Everything is in one thing, and including the restaurants. Like if you walk in the corner, where we will usually expect where to find bathroom, they will have a coffee shop somewhere there. It's really nice. Every 3 floors there's a different coffee shop, different place to rest, different place to hang out and eat. Very, very nice. Like when you go to Japanese mall, you can go to one mall, spend the entire day there, rested, eat, and all that stuff, all in one mall.
Oh wow.
And the food are really good, and the drinks are really, really, really good. I'm telling you. And then it never have that like, oh, we don't have enough. And the waiting time is never that long. It's really comfortable. I like it. I like it. I hope they will eventually make the mall here like that. The mall here is always the same brand. Like you can go from one town to the other, you'll find the same thing in the same mall. Right? Because I think they're all owned by Simon's, right? Simon's Mall or something like that.
Here, I forgot what it is. It's a different. What the hell is it?
Malls are going away, though. Really.
I really feel like that way. I really do feel like that way. Like the mall.
They closed all the Macy's here already.
Malls are going away, man. You know, and I tell you, who screwed it up is the mall walkers, man.
What's wrong with the mall walkers? They only there before the mall is open.
No, they messed it up, man. They screwed it up.
How did they screw it up? How did they screw it up?
It's Because they didn't start shutting them down until the mall walkers started doing their thing.
Yeah, all these gangs at Walmart.
Correlation, man. Correlation.
I have no idea what we're talking about. I thought like the mall walkers are those people that walk in the mall in the morning, like before the mall is open. You know, the moms that with their kids, our pregnant lady that needs to walk, and you know.
Albert, why are you talking bad about your people like that?
I'm not, dude. I'm just saying there's a correlation. You can't fight it. It's true.
You can't fight it.
But I thought every mall has two things. We have mall rats with those kids that just hang out in the mall, and we have mall walkers in the morning, which I think is great because you know they keep crazy people from doing that. You know.
Dude, I remember like when you were a kid, you're a teenager, you would go out of your way to go meet people at the mall or whatever, right? Now it's hard for me to drag myself to the mall if there's something I really want to go get. Like I just don't want to go.
No, but that's different. You would drag yourself to the mall because you got to meet your friend there. But now that you're adult, you can go to anywhere. You wouldn't want to meet your friend at the mall.
So there's always like two places I want to go to the mall or whatever. It doesn't even matter what it is, but at any given time, there's two places I need to go, and it's always the opposite side of the mall from each other. It's a real pain in the ass.
I thought Albert was gonna say the food court and the bathroom.
No, two different shops, whatever. Yeah.
When radio killed the rock star, Amazon killed the shopping mall.
True.
I think it was the mall cops that killed the malls.
I don't
Dude,
know.
we've got just in Arizona, we've got I think it's 3 or 4 Amazon warehouses. I've got one in my city, dude. Like you can get that same day shit if you want.
Now, Blue Collar Stick said the Amazon killed the shopping mall, but I have to tell this. Only reason I go to the shopping mall is because of Amazon.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Really, they switched outdoor malls is what they've done.
No,
really.
because we have an Amazon store here, and the only time I go to the mall is because I need to return something in the Amazon store.
Oh, okay, yeah, we don't have Amazon stores.
They switched it. They switched to all the outdoor malls is what they've done. So
I don't mind the outdoor mall. I just like everything to be in the same place so that you can kind of just go down. Like, I mean, when you go to the outlets, you know, store after store.
Yeah, that's kind of
nice.
what it turned into. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the outlet malls. I'll rather go there.
So, but I don't like the outlet mall because they never have what I want. So.
Oh, see, I do because everything that I wear is usually on clearance because it's all sizes that people apparently think they can fit into and they can't.
No, but like the things I want, you go to the outlet mall, they are the same price. They're the same price. Why do I go to outlet mall for something that's the same price?
I can go get a nice $100 and some pair of Lucky jeans at the outlet mall on clearance for like $35.
Right.
Guys don't wear a 29-inch waist. So
Wait, Michael. Lucky jean when they're on sale, they're everywhere. This is the same price.
No, I'm not talking Chinese Lucky brand. I'm talking American-made Lucky brand.
Yeah, I have Lucky brand jeans.
Yeah, like when they're on clearance, they're like $30-40.
Yeah, they are the same thing in the stores.
No, they're like well, I can't find 29s all the time.
Well, my wife buys Lucky jeans at Lucky brand in the mall for $19.
Are those the Mexican ones made in Mexico or Bangladesh or America? There's
I don't know.
lots of different places.
I mean, I like Lucky jeans because they kind of stretch. When I'm fat, they actually, you know, they stretch well.
Oh, okay.
See, Michael quit growing right after he grew out of his baby clothes. So
I quit growing at like 15 or 16 years old.
Wait, where did Martin go? He's just disappeared.
He had enough. He got sad because he's like, I can't wear 29-inch waist jeans anymore. I gotta leave.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
Yeah, we're not as lucky as you, Michael.
Right?
Yeah, my wife actually likes Lucky jeans. Lucky jeans are nice.
They're nice.
I wore 30-inch waist jeans till I was like 35. And
You know, I used to wear 28, so you know those days are gone.
once I hit 35, it was like that's when I stopped growing on both ends and started growing in the middle.
But malls are nice. You know what? Mall will be even nicer if every mall has a cigar lounge for the guys to be.
That'd be badass.
Imagine how much more money they will make if every time the husband needs to go to the cigar shop, the wife's like, take me with you.
Yep.
Or vice versa. Or versa, really. Versa, versa.
Hey, I need to go buy some lingerie. I'll go with you. And then just rush right into the cigar shop. Right?
Where's your rabbit air, Martine? You're not using it.
It's inside the house.
Yeah, I
What
thought
does it
you were
say?
gonna have that.
What's that last
permanently
comment
on
say?
Thought you were gonna mount that permanently in your car.
You like jeans, like booty jerks?
Like shorts or jorts? Or
So we got somebody new, don't we?
We got somebody new right there.
Booty jorts.
What's booty jorts?
so what, are those are like the jeggings? They're like the they look like jeans, but they're shorts.
But they're not jeans. If they are like leggings, they are leggings. They're not jeans.
Well, they call them jeggings because they look like jeans.
What? They can look like whatever they want. They're still not jeans.
I know. Hey, I don't mind looking at a nice pair of jeggings or something.
Hey, that's one of those things that doesn't lie. I don't like those.
No, I like them when it's not lying to me, and it looks nice.
I can't handle it. I don't know. I like people dressed properly when they go out. Now,
We need to
Yeah.
find out where some of these people come from. Like, that's one thing we haven't asked lately. It's like, where did you find us?
Yeah,
I
how did you
always
find
ask.
us?
I always ask. They always say my friend is your whatever, and then I came over here. Come on, Albert. You know the case of the last few times.
You really? Okay, we did ask them.
We
Okay.
did, and it's like, oh, my friend's your fan. They tell me about it,
Oh, okay.
and we always ask who your friend, and we never get a straight answer.
Martine, it's probably a friend of Martine's.
No, somebody's texting me.
Uh-oh. It's not me.
So I
I'm
don't
not,
know.
it's not me either.
Trollers, please, when you come in, come with context, come with a good joke, and at least let me know where you really came from.
Entertain.
Yeah, you can troll
But-
us. Just be funny.
Let's put it out there, okay? This show is not for people under 21. All right? So if you're 21, I didn't invite you here. You shouldn't be here.
And trollers, don't be creepy. That's our job.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Don't
We're already
don't touch
creepy. We're already as creepy as you can get. So.
And no,
So it's like,
Our job.
yeah, is our first question supposed to be what are they wearing?
We're troller friendly. I noticed that. I noticed that we're troller friendly.
We are troller friendly so long as they can troll properly. Come on.
Right. Yeah. Don't F with the trolling, man.
Yeah, no, if you're funny.
Right?
Yeah,
we
we
do
don't
have
want
some
these
good
drunk
ones. We did have
amateurs.
some good ones. The
Yeah.
clown was good. The turkey racing is good. But like, come with some context. Come with a full story.
see,
Don't come with like a
We've been getting
half-ass
these
story.
amateurs lately. Yeah,
You know?
totally amateur. Yeah.
This thing has
Be a
been
pro.
sitting for at least
Well, I
like
mean, they do have
4 or
to-
5 years.
I guess. Yeah, we want seasoned trollers. We don't want new trollers.
Wait a minute, you're already on your second
He's a
cigar?
troller.
Yes,
I'm actually about to go on the
Oh,
second
yeah.
cigar.
You talking?
this is like number 6 for the day.
Yeah, because he was going through like the whole entire company lineup of Casa Cuevas.
I had the core line, and then I had an inch Maduro, and then now I just had that bull, and then this I've got a San Cristobal Revelation.
I know somebody hasn't probably got 1,200 cigars in his humidor anymore.
I'll tell you what, Michael. I'm glad you didn't because the way you're doing the cigar thing. I'm glad you did not start selling liquor.
Be all hammered all the time.
Martin, did you have your pillows ready? I'm concerned for you because I see what you're
What?
smoking. I'm asking you if you have your puke bucket
Yeah.
and pillows.
Finally figured out what I'm smoking.
I just saw it. I just looked
almost
over.
grabbed one of those.
I'm wondering why he doesn't have the rabbit air hooked up to, mounted to the ceiling of his
I
car.
don't need it.
So what are you smoking?
The 660 by CAO.
Flathead.
The one that he fell asleep on.
Yeah, that one.
So Martine, I want you to get a special booster seat for your rabbit air. I want to see it strapped in with the seatbelt. Okay. I want it in there all the time.
So did you manage to get one of those street tacos from Robert?
No, I didn't. I mean, I got one because I bought them.
I tried helping you on that.
I mean, I got them because I bought them, but I've only got 3 left.
And they're good?
Yeah, they're good. They're really good.
You
Uh-oh.
guys had to excuse me for a while. I'm trying to find something light so I don't get
That makes me leary, Martine. If you're saying it's that good, I'm scared.
He even
Really
put that in the tagline for his video, which is wow. Like
I don't know what we should do about that. If he likes
Well,
it, like he's worse than Mikey. I mean,
Well, he spoiled it in his video, man. So
Right? He's like the antithesis of Mikey. It's like it's bizarre. He's bizarre world Mikey.
How did I spoil it?
you said you liked it in the tagline.
So it's a good cigar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You didn't make us wait. You just told us straight up.
Yeah, you just told us right out. You didn't even spring it on anybody during the video.
Yeah, I didn't even watch it because of that.
Oh,
Martine, you gotta work on clickbait titles.
Yeah.
yeah, I got to work on that.
Because when you give up the whole, when you give up what it's about.
I can't find anything around here right now that I want to smoke, so I'm gonna smoke one of these.
Martina Maya's 15-second reviews,
Well, because you'll get halfway and you're gonna be like, I don't like
That's
this
what
one.
I'm thinking. I'll smoke up to here and then toss the rest.
Smoke it till it's bad. Yeah.
Is that your smoking jacket, Tony? Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I realize I tend to wear this to smoke a lot. It's all because my basement's really cold, so I need a hoodie, and that's what usually I smoke on. Yeah.
Tony's back cave.
We need to get one of them Hugh Hefner smoking jackets.
Which one?
So is
Hugh
that
Hefner.
Cameroon only half
That's
Cameroon?
not a smoking jacket.
I'd wear one. Hell yeah.
Is it Cameroon
Yeah,
short stack, half Cameroon or whatever?
Is it what?
Is it only halfway up Cameroon, or is it all the way through Cameroon? And
No,
then
it's
something
halfway
else?
cigar. The other half, I don't know what it is.
No, he's smoking the what is it? The Kung Pao?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought he was smoking the Cameroon short stack.
No, the short stack Cameroon is all Cameroon wrapper, 4-year aged binders and fillers and all that fun stuff.
Oh yeah.
Where do we get them?
Hey,
we're not
hey.
we're not plugging that stuff anymore.
I'm just asked, man. I'm just asked.
We're not plugging our stuff. It's okay.
Talk about this, Albert. We talk about this.
Oh, you give me a yellow card. Shit.
Yeah. Even
Yeah,
though
you
could get them in a little guy cigar shop, but still, we cannot talk about it. All right, we do not talk about this.
Yellow card.
Jeez. I want to know who Mosley is. Moosley.
Oh shit. Big old fat
I mean, he
spider just ran across
actually
the
listened enough to know my name is Tony.
Yeah.
Well, you must have said your name here somewhere.
So, I would like to know who Moosley is.
Moosely.
Like loosely, but Moosley.
I don't know. It's kind of like, I guess he's moose-like.
Looks like.
But yeah, this is more like a hoodie than a jacket, right? I mean,
Yeah, I got him.
Whoa,
like
Tony's
that.
wearing a collar too, man. Check it out. I don't think I've ever seen Tony in a collared shirt.
what?
Yeah, it's been
saw
a
it in
while.
the suit.
It's been
It's
a while.
been a while. It's been a while, but I wear a collar shirt many times.
When he smoked his Oro, he
Like,
had
here,
a collar
see?
shirt.
How can you not know I'm wearing? I have a collar shirt. Come on.
Yeah.
I need one of those.
I have a little guy cigar shop.
Yeah, don't be offended. I was just noticing, man. That's all.
Now I feel offended that you haven't noticed my nice fatigue and physique and nice collar shirt.
I was like, you were right at first. You're nice fatigue. Yeah.
I am very fatigued. I am very fatigued. I'm being very honest. I'm very tired today. Like I do feel like cloudiness in my head. So it's not as sharp I usually am.
This guy
Yes.
partly
Kick your
clouded.
ass a little bit.
Say what?
Can we take advantage of it?
No.
Is it
I
like-
did took a nap. I did took a nap. But when I woke up, I didn't feel better. I just feel the same. So
Is it partly cloudy or?
no, it's fully cloudy.
Okay.
20 chance of
cloudy.
meatballs. 20% chance of meatballs.
And it's gotten cold, yeah. And you don't know what
That
time
does that one have a shaggy foot also?
It does. It does.
Yeah.
Okay, I was wondering because I could tell that it's kind of exploded at the bottom.
Look,
Ooh, Josh,
who
show
decided
me.
to join us without Oprah?
What's up, guys?
What up?
Dude, I feel like it's been a hot minute since I've seen everybody.
You got a haircut too.
Yep.
I did get a haircut. I was looking pretty shaggy. It was kind of rough.
Joseph did notice that I didn't wear my lab coat for a long time. You know, unless we're gonna go scientific, I'm not wearing my lab coat.
Hello,
When's the
Mrs.
next
Josh over
next
in the corner?
next sickening infusion?
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Good evening, Mary.
We can see your shoulder.
Can you now?
Yeah.
Josh is having a little bit of connection issue. It seems like though. Josh, when's the last time you rebooted your router?
Oh, I don't think we've ever.
Oh, you know what? Hang on.
You gotta reboot it. You
I've
just,
been having issues all day. I'm gonna go reboot. I'll be right back.
Right.
you
See,
just shamed him into it. Shamed him, Tony.
no, because that's the thing. You know, a lot of time, you know, I will realize something like Josh, he might be using a different signal to like the neighbor's Wi-Fi signal to watch porn or something like that, so he doesn't use his. So when he realized that he didn't use his, you know, reboot his and reconnect. You know, it'll be nicer. What I tell you guys, this is actually true though. I used to have a roommate back in college, and he will watch, you know, porn using the neighbor's signal. He will not use his own signal. And then when he's doing schoolwork, he will use our own signal. That's what I realized. And I was like, why do you always use neighbors? It's the same thing, right? He's like, no, they see, when you watch that kind of stuff, they track your IP address. I don't want to get caught.
Yeah, he doesn't want it in the caching on your freaking internet.
I was like, what? Well, that's so true. I mean, you can actually use other people's signal to do like iffy stuff, and then just do your own signal. Because nowadays, the Wi-Fi signal is so strong, you can sometimes pick up your neighbor's signal.
Oh, I can keep my signal like 3/4 of the way down my street.
Damn.
Yeah.
It does happen. You know, a lot of time I would change my Wi-Fi, like the ID name to something really stupid, you know, and then the neighbor will respond by changing theirs.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tony, so question. How is that AX11000 you got working? You like it?
Yes and no. Yes and no. Now, let me explain why, okay? So I'm using it as, I have two units. So I have one smaller unit as using it as an AI mesh. So it does work, but then I using it as a hard line. I actually ran a line to use it as a mesh. Usually it works great, but whatever they're advertising to be very smart, their quality of service, the QoS, is horrible if you turn it on. Their latency is horrible.
Yeah, dude. Their QoS is not good.
Yeah, it's faster if you turn everything off. Like everything that's supposed to make it faster makes it slower. So yeah.
All my neighbors' Wi-Fi is password protected.
But internal Wi-Fi speed, straight up, it works great.
Okay.
It managed my traffic very nicely, especially how much things I have. I have about 40 to 48 things connected at any given time. So
Is the firmware on that one pretty stable?
when I bought it, they haven't updated the firmware, so it was dropping constantly. But they released it 2 more after that, 2 more or 3 more after that, and they kind of fixed it.
Okay. Because like my router that I have is it's not a Wi-Fi 6, it's an AC still, but like they're finally dropping the firmware support for it. So I'm gonna have to get something new.
I recommend people who are going to buy router now just go straight to a 6E instead of Wi-Fi 6.
There's some cool like new mesh systems that are coming out too, which is nice.
Because the 6E, I see it actually working, is so efficient.
Really?
Yeah, it's very
6E, what's 6E? I haven't even heard
so
of
Wi-Fi
6E.
6 is AX. Wi-Fi 6E is like an upgraded version of the AX system, which will actually time certain things. So it will ignore certain signal for a specific amount of time, so that it allows other important traffic to go through first.
Oh.
Like you'll literally tell like the smart switches to temporarily turn off until the next time you need to reconnect. For us, we don't feel like it. For them, they kind of like the delay, the turn off and on is probably like half a second. So for us to make things work, it still works. It still work instantly as soon as you press the button for like a smartware or something like that, like a light button. It will turn on the light, no problem. But it's very efficient that when you do a speed test, it literally ignore all the smartware. It just jumps the speed.
Oh wow.
So I try to stay away from all the mesh stuff because I see on the TV there's these lawsuits about mesh. So I kind of.
What happened is some mesh. What?
The
He's
mesh.
talking about surgery.
Yeah. But I'm talking about the mesh for. Okay, a lot of people actually, you know, aside from whatever Albert just said, a lot of people actually don't understand the difference between a repeater and a mesh.
Yeah.
All right. So I think that now some people say, oh, I don't want to go with a mesh system because I have a repeater in the house, whatever. It makes a huge difference. Okay.
Yeah,
Repeater is like me being here and my wife's upstairs and my mother-in-law in another room where I scream to my wife and have my wife scream the same thing to my mother-in-law. That's a repeater. But for mesh, it's like my wife go talk to my mother-in-law. I already know the answer here. So it's a huge difference.
Yeah. It's a lot less latency, a lot less everything.
The
Why-
difference
why
is
did
the
you
middle
give me,
point.
two
The
wireless-
middle point is actually also an access point. That's the only difference.
Say that again.
I had a buddy give me like 2 wireless bridges. So I just do that to my little shed out here. It's worked
So
out.
Well,
if
if
you
you
got
run
a
a hard line,
repeater-
if you're running a hard line, bridges work just fine.
Yeah, if you've got a repeater, all it means is that your signal is getting sent to one place and then from there to the next person, place. And the only Wi-Fi then signal you can get is at the beginning or the end. And the mesh, the middle point also acts as as an access point so that you can have Wi-Fi through all, through the
My
whole
problem
thing.
is the repeater tend to get bad packets a lot. And for those people that don't understand, it means like, they will if you split a data to 10 pieces, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way to 10. A lot of time 5 is bad, so your website kind of halts there until another signal of 5 gets resent again. That's why it's slow.
Yeah.
So
Repeater must use USB as it's bad packets.
I'll have a his stroke, but yeah, all right.
But yeah, if I was to upgrade right now, I'd go straight to a 6E. Because you don't have to worry about you don't have 6E stuff because eventually everything will be 6E. But like those things that use 6E, so efficient right now. So efficient.
Yeah, everything that we have all the way from our ISP is all already 6 supported, which is nice.
So, I mean, it doesn't make sense in terms of pricing because you're looking at like $600 to $800 per router. So it doesn't make sense right now. But like, I mean, if you're running stuff like I do, then it doesn't make sense, right? I mean, for Michael, he's running a business. He can write it off as a business expense, so it makes sense.
Yes.
I can't get a cable router over here yet that have 6E. I can get one that has 6, but it's still not optimal router. They kind of castrate.
You can get a 6E from other country and run it in your house.
I have to run it over cable, my cable system. You have to have a cable router. And your provider has to support that cable router.
No, your provider does not have to support cable router. Your provider has to support
your
your modem.
Yeah.
Just connect your modem to that 6E and you're done.
Yeah.
Man.
You gotta have a double net, but you'll be okay.
Yeah, that's kind of a little bit, adding an extra piece of hardware that you don't need.
Well, no. Big difference. It makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference.
Never have a modem and router all in one. It's a terrible, terrible idea.
I'm running two system right now because Verizon requires to use their router to run the TV on-demand services. So I still have their router running, but I have run their router run as a slave in running loops. So
AVM makes really good their Fritz boxes are really great router modem combinations.
Oh, Josh is back.
Back.
Hey, Josh.
But he's muted.
Yeah, hey, Josh.
Hey, Josh.
I think Mary fixed it.
Yeah, she turned it on.
It looks a lot better. It looks like before you were just smiling creepily for 5 seconds, 10 seconds at a time.
Wait. No. Go reset it again, man.
He still looks stupid.
One more time.
I was actually talking with Albert yesterday, and I feel like a lot of people take Wi-Fi and internet for granted nowadays. We're just like, okay, it works, it's there, and we don't really care about the speed a lot of time, but because we have really high speed already. Like, can you imagine go back and use a 56K modem?
Oh, gosh, no.
Yeah.
14K modem? Huh?
14, yeah.
14.4, yeah.
I supported 14.4, yeah.
I hated back in the day when you get a 56K modem, but it only connects at 14.4 because that's the signal you got at that particular moment.
Right.
Because you can't guarantee a 56K whenever you connect, it shows like what you connected at. You're like, I had to connect again to see if I get better because it's always lower.
I had to get ESD in just so that my 14.4 would actually connect with the whole speed. Otherwise, I only had 7.2.
Well, that's horrible.
Yeah. That was back in the day. It was also really expensive.
Internet has like kind of increased by a lot. And can you imagine if internet wasn't as bloom as today, cigar industry would be very different.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, probably cheaper.
Now we got Wi-Fi with passwords and all kinds of shit protection.
Albert, why do you think it will be cheaper?
It'd be cheaper. Could be less people smoking.
No, it'll be more expensive because less people are smoking.
Nah.
Right?
Well, you'd have less production, and then so they'd have less supply.
Supply demand, right? So, I think number one, the cigar industry in terms of, friends being able to know other cigars and stuff like that, it'll be much less. Like your only way to know about cigar is magazine because they're not gonna air on TV, right? So you won't be able to meet the friend that we have today. You won't have groups and clubs and stuff like that. You might still have a cigar subscription boxes and stuff like that, but you wouldn't even find out about it until somebody tell you. Right? Signing out would be like, hey, you got this letter inside your magazine. If you want to join a cigar club for the box of the month, you'll have to do that, send a check or credit card number, and wait like 4 months before your first box ever arrives to you.
20 CDs for 1 cent from Columbia House.
Talking about those CD thing, my wife when she was younger, she actually signed up for those. Like $1, you get like 10 CDs or something like that. And then what's really funny is when when they finally sent her a bill, that company went bankrupt. She never had to pay a penny.
Wow. So
what do you guys go ahead?
On Netflix, they have a documentary called The Last Blockbuster. Y'all seen that?
No.
You should watch it. It's pretty cool. Because it talks about the whole, how a lot of people think Netflix brought Blockbuster down, but it really didn't, based on what this guy was talking about. But it was basically going back and this was back before dial-up and all that kind of stuff, and then how they became so big doing the movie rentals and how much it costs to buy a movie and how movie rentals came into play and all that. It's pretty cool. You should watch it.
In Japan, I know it's cultural different, right? In the U.S., people don't really buy DVDs anymore, right? That's true, right? People don't really buy DVD, even Blu-ray. People don't really buy them anymore, right?
No,
not at all.
Ruined that.
But in Japan, it's the opposite. People buy a lot of DVDs and Blu-rays. In Japan, any production of anything, for example, anime, right? In able to get a next season of anime or TV produced, they measure how much DVD was sold, not how much was aired on TV. How much DVD was sold. If it doesn't sell well, they cut it.
Well, I think we're losing a lot of content because it's being streamed as opposed to having the physical content.
But the thing is that over here is how much people watch, right? Over there is how much was sold. So people actually know that they have to support a certain TV show, anime or stuff like that for the next season to come out, and they will just go buy it. Some people will buy 2 or 3 copies, just so that the next season will exist. I actually think that's a pretty good way, because they're getting supported. That's why the piracy thing, it doesn't really happen in Japan that much. Piracy doesn't really happen in Japan. Because they know that if the author or the creator didn't make the money, they're not going to have anything else. But over here, it's like, let's pirate whatever we can. Stream it, Netflix it, go borrow a friend's Netflix account and watch it. Just don't pay for it over here.
Hey, that's the American way. Come on. Don't knock it.
Right? That's just the way here. That's just the way here.
Yeah,
Hey, Cigar Head TV's here.
I remember one time I got a letter from my
Fred?
ISP telling me that I needed to stop downloading torrents.
Really?
So they're gonna, yeah. That was a long time ago. Yeah.
Really? They can say that?
Yeah, yeah. Because they can because they know the BitTorrent. They can see where everything's coming from. They told me that I needed to cease and desist, or else they were gonna pull my service.
I have never received that before.
They got complaints from enough.
I have never received that before.
I mean, I've gotten that from pirate movies.
Really? Martin, you got pirate movie warnings?
Yeah.
What? Why do I ever... Hey, if anybody pirates a lot of stuff, Asians pirate a lot of stuff. And I've never received any of those letters. I guess you guys didn't do it right.
Well, yeah, no, the speed wasn't good enough at the time to be able to run a VPN and that. Didn't have enough bandwidth. So if you tried to run a VPN and that, it would take you like 2-3 days to download something.
Yeah.
Hey, did any of y'all buy any pirated movies from somebody that went into the actual theater and recorded it? And then
Asian has a lot of those. Like, it's like sometimes like, it's a
New
bad
York.
angle. You gotta see people's head standing up. It's like, really?
I remember seeing something like that with that new Star Wars movie, the 4th one that came out. The 4th, whatever it was. I don't know. Episode 1, I guess. I don't know.
Say it again.
I went and saw it in the theater when it came out, though.
Yeah,
No,
so
see,
did someone
for
else. They
Asian-
recorded it and then they put it out on the internet.
For Asian, that happens every single movie before DVD release. So here's the thing. All right, I'm not telling anybody to do this, but this is how it works. Okay, for Asians, whenever a movie came out in the movie theater, first you'll get one version that has like absolutely horrible quality. It was recorded in the theater. All right. 2 weeks later, you'll get a version called TS at the end, telesync. So their mouth will actually sync to a voice. It's not off sync anymore. And then you'll get an HD version, and then finally you get a DVD version. Okay. So
That's a lot of work.
Huh?
That's a lot of work, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of work. However, people do generate a lot of money from that because when they release that, they tell you to go through 5 different links that all have advertisement before you get to the download link.
I think Josh is frozen again.
Yeah, he's definitely frozen.
Either that or he's really good at being still.
I don't see.
Oh, no,
No,
she's
he's not
moving.
frozen. Merritt's still there.
So yeah, for Asian, those kind of movie happens all the time. It's literally every single movie. First release, you gotta see the camera version.
So
There's some good websites that you can download those films, those copies of those
I
films.
can tell you, but you're not gonna understand anything they say. It's all in Chinese.
Well, I know a website where I can download the shit where they actually recorded in English. So
A lot of time you'll find a version with different language first, like either Thai or Vietnamese, before, or even Russian. Russian is like the most popular one, and then before you get the English version.
Yeah, when the Cody thing was real popular, I'd be trying to like watch certain movies, and it's a French dub or whatever. I'm like, damn it, I don't want to watch this.
I usually get a one that's in English but with Korean subtitles.
Yep.
So do y'all think the streaming is affecting the availability of content?
No.
Yes.
No.
I heard a yes and a no.
Okay, I think when you want to talk like big AAA titles, I think it's affecting it more because, well, that's why everybody's trying to like follow suit and catch up with the streaming services, because they're not getting the same kind of revenue at the box office that they used to.
So
So
here's
in that
an
aspect, yes.
So here's an example. If you want to watch, like, there's a movie they did that Burt Reynolds did, and they filmed it in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, right? It was called Hooper.
Yeah.
And they did this jump over this little river. It was right down the street from where we used to live in Alabama. Try to find that movie, man. Like, you ain't gonna find it being streamed.
What does that have to do with anything? I don't get it.
So it was available on cassette tape on VHS.
But that's a different story because it's on cassette tape, but then nobody has a cassette machine now.
Agreed. And so even like DVD, it may have even made it to DVD, right, or whatever. But is it going to be streamed? Probably not.
Yeah, but because when you put things in streaming, you still need bandwidth. It still costs money to do so.
Sure.
So if they knew that it's not going to generate the amount of people to watch it, they're not going to do it because it doesn't fit the bill.
Agreed. So therefore, you lose the content. The content's lost.
But then that's the same thing as if even if they continue to produce that in the physical form, most people isn't going to buy it.
But you can rent it. That's my point. You could rent it if the rental places were available.
No, because you're talking about whether or not the people want to watch it. Renting or not doesn't change anything.
I think it does. I mean, that was the...
Here, Albert, if I'm not going to watch it streaming for free, I'm not going to go pay to rent it either.
Right. So it's going to get lost.
Right, but then not because it's streaming. I can hear myself. Not because the streaming was available or not. It's because no one wants to spend money on it. So even if you have a physical content, it will eventually get lost, even if it's all physical.
All right, so then here's another example. The Office. The Office is switching over to Peacock. And I'm going to go subscribe to Peacock to watch The Office. It's bullshit.
What the hell is Peacock?
Oh my gosh.
That's NBC. It's NBC's streaming service there.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
Even though you're not gonna stream to that whatever, but at least that content now is digitally safe. Eventually, somebody think that if somebody wants to watch it, there is content there. It's not lost. It's digitally safe, right? It's not like I can save 100 tape right here. 20 years later, those things are gonna get moldy or whatever, and I actually lost those physical data. It's not gonna be there anymore. But those data will be forever keep with the Peacock until somebody buys it and then retro release them. So that content is actually saved longer than a cassette tape or DVD. Because 100 years later, somebody might have to buy that Peacock company and go like, you know what, I'm going to release everything in retro. That will exist. But if you have it on tape, everybody who bought tape, no, that's got to be gone.
But if they don't convert it to streaming, it's going to be gone.
Exactly. But then 100 years later, somebody can choose to do that. But can you do that in a DVD?
A DVD would be easier.
No, a DVD will be gone by then. 100 years?
Well, no, because a tape will, the acid that's in the tape itself, it will deteriorate over time.
Right, so DVD will actually deteriorate over time. So they'll oxidize.
DVDs actually deteriorate too.
Yeah.
Really?
DVD they will oxidize. They will actually go away. The data will disappear.
Here's another thought too. SSDs, right? The solid state drives.
Solid state drive, yeah.
They're not forever drives, man.
They don't have to be, because when we're talking about content like those movie contents, they are cloud data doubled. They are not like one copy. That's it.
I agree with that. But just in general, people are buying these SSD drives and all that for the computers, thinking they're going to last.
No, but that's a different story though. But they did test it. They did test it, and you can save a solid state drive. You can actually swap boards. You can save a solid state drive.
Yeah, you can do that and give yourself more life. But they only have so many cycles of rewriting. The point I'm getting.
Yeah, so is a physical disk.
Right. Yeah, so it's like a spinning rust is the same way.
Right. We're talking about bit rot. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about bit rot, where you're losing data, and no matter what kind of.
The thing is with the SSDs, you have to turn it on every so often because sooner or later it will run out of choose and not. And
So is a
saved
physical
on the
disk
wrong
drive.
way.
So is physical
Yeah.
drive. It'll rust.
Yeah, you have to run the SSD every once in a while just so that it keeps the data.
Albert, a lot of people in Asia, at least, okay, when you have SSD drive that died, you'll bring it to another place where they will swap the chip, the memory chip, out to another board where it will load again. Okay, usually that data is still there. That's more savable than the actual physical disk that failed.
I understand that. Yeah. And so what I'm getting at is a lot of people don't really think about the media being deteriorated. They really don't.
Every media deteriorate.
Well, yeah, I know. Yeah, you and I know that, and I think most of us can figure it. I mean, it's easy to understand that.
But that's the thing. People who
the
doesn't think
general
that.
idea out in the world is that
People who doesn't understand that never use their hard drive to that point. They never read and write that much. Right? People who understands it because we read and write our hard drive so often that it will actually deteriorate a lot faster. Right? And people who doesn't, they don't use the computer all that often.
What's that, James?
Martine's box with his headphones.
Martin, what?
Your box.
Hey,
My
I found your
box.
box here too. I found your box
Your
here too.
headphones. Yeah.
Same ones.
Oh, got the same
Technology.
headphones.
How sad technology. Everybody's using
I
the
don't
same
know
thing.
one. Oh, here we go. I'll just do that. Yeah.
I missed it. What I missed?
Yeah. I can hold my lighter up too.
So I think the streaming
Robert's
service
like,
actually allows a lot of lost things to be brought back. There's so many retro movies that got brought back that nobody will ever care today. So Albert, when you say that you think the content is lost, I actually think the content is being preserved.
I agree with you on that, Tony. I'm just saying, but in general, it's not as easy to get access to stuff as people probably think it is. The content we see on the content we see on Netflix, Prime, a lot of these streaming services that are real popular is limited, and we're only getting to see what they're presenting to us.
But Albert, you're talking about streaming versus rental. You're not talking about streaming versus physical media. You're talking about streaming versus rental.
Yeah, probably so.
Right? But when you say rental will remove movie as they get older.
Depending on the rental place, yes.
No, it doesn't matter what it is because you only have so much physical place. New movie come out, they had to take space and they had to remove some of the old movies.
Yeah.
It works just like a cigar shop. You only have so much space. If it doesn't sell, you get rid of it.
But streaming service can keep those data as much as they want to, so long as it makes money. It'll be there
If
forever.
it doesn't sell, you sell it cheaper, right?
Get rid of it.
So yeah, I think streaming service does help, and then it allows more people to get medias that we otherwise couldn't. For example, I'm being Asian. I like to watch Asian movies, animes, and stuff like that. Without streaming services, how the hell am I gonna watch those anime that I used to watch every week? So internationally,
I'll watch a lot of stuff on YouTube now, man.
but YouTube cannot air all those copyright stuff that I watch.
Yeah, I understand.
I just download it onto my hard drive and then I watch it when I want to.
Right? So streaming actually helped me to get more content. And again, I mean, when you say YouTube is streaming service.
Right.
Yeah, video streaming is what killed Blockbuster. So.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
It wasn't actually. It wasn't.
I think
No.
I think
As soon as the internet
Blockbuster.
got fast enough.
Guys.
actually stream video, Blockbuster, yeah.
Martin, go
I
ahead.
think Blockbuster was so behind in the technology that they got flooded with everything that was coming out that was new, and they just kind of stuck with what they knew.
My biggest thing about Blockbuster is a lot of time brand new movies, you go there, they don't have any copies left. Right? I want to watch something. I go to Blockbuster. Well, Marvel's movie came out. You're not gonna be able to find any disc left. Come back next week. I might as well just go to the theater. Right?
Well, as soon as streaming got as soon as bandwidth got big enough so that you can actually stream without a problem, then it didn't make sense to go to a store and rent a movie and bring it home. You just call up a streaming
Right, Albert.
place and watch
So,
the stuff.
according to the documentary, what killed Blockbuster was 2008 when they needed capital in order to convert over to the streaming. In fact, they did do streaming for a little bit. For a little while, they did streaming for a little while, and they were better positioned probably than Netflix was. And so they really could have gone forward and really overtaken Netflix with that, but they didn't have the capital because they were already too far extended with all the debt they had and everything else.
But yeah,
So-
but that wasn't streaming that killed it.
Yeah, so it was not streaming that killed it, right? It was the model, the business model, or not the model, but the business situation they were in 2008. They didn't have anybody to come along and help them out, so they were screwed.
Plus, they have all those physical stores. Those are costing money every single
Yeah.
day. So
But Netflix had a better, were better in a better position because they didn't have a lot of stuff like that. So yeah.
They didn't have any stores. It was all online.
right.
Right.
And if you talk about rental, there's still rental services, red boxes and stuff like that. They're still out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they're so expensive, it doesn't make sense. I can pay $12 to watch as many movies I can binge on. Whereas you pay $12 to Redbox, you probably get, what, 4 or 5 movies?
Yeah.
So it's the price structure. You know, it's the cost and supply and demand that killed them. You know, the service still there. People still watch DVD. But like right now, nowadays, you can probably get a laptop for the price to be a DVD player. Right? So why not just stream it? Yeah, Michael's like, what the hell are you talking about? Well, that's, like a decent DVD player costs between $60 to $150 maybe. Right?
Okay.
So you can buy a Chromebook.
I don't consider a Chromebook a computer.
Well, it is a computer. Let's go with James first. James, go ahead.
You see, our first streaming service over here was Maxdome, but Maxdome didn't take off very well at the beginning because the bandwidth just wasn't high enough for people to be able to be on their computer and stream videos, and so you had a lot of breaking up and freezing of the video. So it wasn't until bandwidth got high enough that streaming services were able to start making money.
Sure, I mean the infrastructure matters.
That's the first time that it actually made a difference, and why you didn't go to the video store and rent a movie, because as soon as you could stream it at home, you didn't need to go to the video store anymore to get the movie.
But James, in that perspective, shouldn't you thank streaming services, because streaming services out there, the cable company feel the need to update their infrastructure to allow that service to go.
Sure, but that's what I'm getting at. That's kind of what killed a lot of the rental companies, though, is the fact that the bandwidth got high enough so that people could actually start streaming video at home. Because before then, it didn't make a lot of sense.
They also tied into your TV too. Putting out smart TVs helped a lot with that.
Yeah, but all that came from
around
demand.
the
All that
same-
came from demand. More people demand that versus having to get a DVD. It might damage that DVD and whatnot. And then driving all those way to the DVD store, get a movie home, and then put it in there, and finally watch that movie. Notice that movie bombed, but you had to go return it.
See, I think Netflix came out around the time where it was like perfect for them. Like the timing was perfect because it was new. They were like one of the only streaming services available. So everybody was like, oh, what's Netflix? What's Netflix? Oh, you can watch movies from home, streaming movies on your TV. And then that's when it started getting popular. And that's when you saw all these movie stores going, just kind of going away. And then they just kept building and building and building. And they got all these companies who were wanting to stream on their network. I mean, it was just perfect timing.
We also have to put it in perspective, though.
Sorry.
We gotta know that before Netflix even existed, streaming existed as in the form of on demand. Every cable service have on demand at the time already, so streaming was nothing new. But they just want to try something else that's not from their cable company. But on
Right.
demand has more than enough new movie at the time. Okay.
We also had DVRs; those helped. And
Yeah.
then you also had what
TiVo.
really, I remember doing a subscription with Netflix, not because of the streaming, but because I didn't have to pay the damn late fees.
Yeah, and that's very important because the late fee
Those
can
late
almost buy a
fees-
DVD.
Yeah. And
Oh, for
I'll
sure.
tell you, man, when Blockbuster went down, I was like, good for y'all, man, because I all those late fees I paid, fuck y'all.
Dude, all right, I'm going to admit something.
Go
So
for it.
this is really sad. I didn't know that we had any streaming services until COVID hit last year. And I was like,
Oh.
wait a second, we have
Oh.
Netflix? We have, what's a Hulu? Like, it was so bad. I almost wanted to stop me.
Oh damn, that's almost as bad. That's almost as bad as your Oprah thing.
What,
You know?
what rock
I
have
don't
you
believe
been-
that. I don't believe that one bit, Josh. I don't believe it, man.
No, ask Mary. It was totally true. And then I found out and I started binging. Oh, what did I watch?
Yeah, we had HBO Max, Disney Plus, Hulu. Now he was like, "We have all this." I was like, "Yeah."
I was like,
We've
all
had
right,
it.
I got to start watching Boston Legal, and then I binge watched Downton Abbey, which is not
Oh,
a
that was
chick
so
show
cool.
for the
That
record.
was
It's
so
not.
cool.
It's not. It's a
That
very
was
deep
great.
show. It's a very deep show.
And they're not even downtown, Josh, which is weird.
All right, Josh, I'm about to blow your mind. Breaking Bad.
Yes,
But-
I binged that too.
Josh, you just lost all your
Dude,
street
I
credit from
finished that like 3
admitting to
weeks.
that. Josh just lost all the street credit just now for not
I
knowing
don't
Netflix
believe-
existed that many
He
years.
had any.
He didn't have any more after the Oprah. You know, Oprah.
Yeah, he's been sitting at home watching Oprah TV shows.
I know, right? Like one
Well,
episode
there's
after
a reason
episode.
why she had to fix our Wi-Fi a minute ago. I am completely technologically inept.
Yeah, yes.
You know, Josh, when you have technology problem, you ask an Asian, right? You do know that. That's like the like a standard thing.
Well,
Everybody
I just
should
realized
have
tonight he's
everyone should have an Asian on speed dial for any technology problems.
I didn't know you were Asian. This whole time I thought you were saying Australian.
Really? Really? Somebody kick this guy out. Really? Dude, that's like saying I didn't know Oprah was black.
Oprah's not black.
Wait, she's black.
No, that's a good point. Next time I have a tech problem, Tony, I'm going to come to you and I'm going to blow Mary's mind and be like, look what I fixed, babe.
Right?
Look at me.
Jeez,
nice.
that's horrible. That's horrible. Yeah, but I'm very thankful for streaming service. It makes access to things a lot easier. A lot easier. Like if there's no streaming services, there won't be this. We're technically streaming right now.
Right.
Right? So, content. Streaming service actually have more content. Without this, we don't have this content. We don't have Martina Maya's content. We don't have, Michael's content, whatever, everybody's content. Right? Yeah, Michael, don't shake your head, it's true.
We're not doing any plugs for Michael, okay? So that was a.
Well, I was gonna say James content, but I don't know. Sometimes I kind of had to think about James content twice before I want to say, do I want to read that? Right? James content are very edgy. It's right at the gray line. Steps on it all the time.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah,
Most-
I'm
most
good with that.
interesting.
Without all these streaming service, without YouTube and stuff like that, and granted how bad all the censorship with the online stuff is right now, it's still better than before. Right? I mean, we complain about the censorship. Well, before it was worse than censorship. It was not even there. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Eventually.
People worried about censorship. They should look back at the 50s and 60s. Holy crap.
Well, the point, no, we shouldn't have to look back though. We're looking at today. I mean, you worry about things that matters today. You're not gonna worry about things that matters 50 years ago. That wouldn't make sense because if I want to complain about 50 years ago, I'll complain back 50 years ago, not today. Right? You wouldn't want to complain about, can you imagine trying to complain about, not having good food And they're like, oh, you complain about good food right now, or you watch 50 years ago? Well, 50 years ago, food production is not the same as today. So you can't really compare that to a back in the day, you know.
So you can't bring that up, James.
I'm not saying you can't bring that up. I'm just saying it's not apples to apples, right? It's not apples to apples.
You know what's the different, not apples to apples part of that is back then people knew that they could say something, but they knew they shouldn't. And now people think because that they can say it, that it's okay to say it.
People back in the day know that they shouldn't say something, so they didn't. No, people back in the day, they know they shouldn't say something, so they did, and they did anyway. That's why we have all those revolution, black rights, and all that stuff. Yeah. They still did say it.
So what do you guys think about that? What is it? A Senate bill or House bill about the excise tax?
Oh God, man, that's insane.
Whoa,
that's
wait,
awful.
that's for what? I didn't. I don't think I read about that. What's going on with that?
Okay, so Half Wheel released it. Well, they broke the story. So there's a bill that's trying to get introduced where the import excise tax on tobacco as a whole would, instead of being like per cigar, like it is right now, that's like 40 cents per cigar when it comes into the country, it would go by weight. And on, say, a Robusto size, it would be like $1.74 extra excise tax when it gets imported. So that's before it ever hits retail.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So I mean, it hasn't went through or anything like that, but like it's something that they're trying to introduce. So like your $9 cigar would be like 11 cents.
That doesn't make sense.
Go read it, Tony.
By weight?
Go read.
Yeah, they're doing it. They want to do it by weight instead of by individual.
So people just gotta find a way to pump helium into their cigars.
It's basically a fixed price, though. It's a fixed tax based on weight. It's like 46. What was it? 46.95, something like that, a pound.
But that wouldn't make sense because when you excess that kind of tax, and you have like something that's premium versus something that's not premium. You can have the same weight, and then you're exercising the same amount of tax on something like budget cigars versus a premium cigar.
Exactly.
And, if you do that, premium cigar will look significantly cheaper compared to a budget cigar, actually.
Well,
Yeah. So your factory smoke would go from like $3 to $4.75
per cigar.
See, that's the logic of these people. There's no like they don't think the stuff through. It just goes to show you that they know nothing about what they're talking about.
Right. That will kill budget cigars, actually.
Well, the problem comes with the state taxes is what really becomes the problem because the state taxes are based on the wholesale price of the cigar, which is increased all of a sudden. So they're throwing a lot more tax, and in some states you would go from an $8 cigar to a $12 cigar all of a sudden.
Yeah. So just in Arizona on the wholesale side, right? That would put something that's $6 to $8 my cost after all the tax.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
It's by weight, Corona size sales are going to be going through the roof.
right? It's lighter. Anyways, 11:07 right now, and I think that the chat room is dropping by amount of people. 3 people. That's not a lot. So we're gonna cut it off here. Saturday night live is we're gonna end it right here. So I'll see you guys next Wednesday, hopefully, if I don't get sicker.